I'm about to go ham. Hard as a motherfucker, let these niggas know who I am. I'm about to go ham. Hard as a motherfucker, let these niggas know who I am.
What is going on, guys? I hope you like my new intro, and today I'm bringing you a battle against my good friend Wanderer of the Wind, which is formerly known as Sykes84. As you can tell by the team preview, he leads off with a Nandy Moga, and I lead off with my Laron, since we did team looking, and I predicted him to lead off with his Emoga. And since my Laron can take physical hits for days, I decided to lead off with him. Alright, so as you can see, he switched out, and I predicted him to switch out, so I used Roar, because I thought he was going to go to a counter, and so he did. He switched into his Slowbro, and then I rolled him out to Lilligant, and I switched into my my original lead, which is Garbodor, which is floating on an air balloon, and he goes for a Sleep Powder. I was just wanting to leave him in as a Sleep Powder. Unfortunately, he does miss the first one, but he hits the second one, which is alright. It didn't really matter in the end, because it was just what I sent him in as Sleep Powder anyways. So I switch out Garbodor and go into my Scarfly-on, just trying to see what he has against this, if he has anything to take it. Of course he's gonna go for the Quiver Dance, because that's what Lilligant does. What Quiver Dance does is increase your special attack, special defense, and speed by 1 stage each. And I know since I'm Scarfed, I will still be able to outspeed this Lilligant. So I predicted him to predict me to go for a Fire move and switch it to Slowbro. So I went for the U-turn, which either way, if he didn't switch out, it would still be super effective against him. And my prediction is, well, good, because he does switch into Slowbro, and then I just switch into my Sparkon, which is my Manectric. This Pokemon is also floating on an air balloon, and what this does is Thunder Wave Electro Ball set, and it's really good. It works. So of course, for the electric attack, he's gonna switch it to his Rhino, which is his Nidoking, and I went for the electric ball. Of course, since Nidoking is part ground, it's not gonna affect him. I didn't really think he had anything to do to me, since I am floating on an air balloon, and he goes for the Earth Power. I guess he didn't pay attention to the air balloon, or he predicted my switch or something. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I hit him with a Hidden Power Ice. And then he switches out, fearing the 2-hit KO. Since he was Scarfed, since he didn't go for the Ice Beam or whatever other moves it has. So I just went straight for the Electro Ball. And luckily, he sends in his, well, not luckily, he sends it his Umbreon. And since it is a special wall, it's not going to take too much damage. Alright, so since I can't do anything to touch this Umbreon, I'm going to opt to switch out into my Laron, so I can set up a Toxic on him, and just in case he just wants to set up some curses or whatever, I could just roar him out. So it's pretty much a win-win situation for me either way. He just goes for the Wish, and he sets up a curse this turn. I'm not really sure why, since he did see that I have Roar, but it doesn't really matter, since I know he's gonna stay in since he already set up or something. So I just went for the Toxic, and I do know this Umbreon's have synchronized, so I wasn't really scared, because Steel types can't get poisoned, so it was a pretty safe move. So since he already has +1, he's not going to switch out. He's just going to go for the payback. And since like I said before, I am a physical wall, and I do resist it. I take like 12 damage, as you can see. Doesn't do anything. So yeah, I just roll him out into his Emoga, and this was pretty good, since I knew this thing can't touch me at all. So he's just gonna go for the U-turn, just checking if I was staying or anything, and he U-turns out into his Nara, which is his Umbreon again, and I just go for the Iron Head, trying to get a flinch or something. And that Iron Head actually does a lot, since Cursed Umbreons don't really carry defensive these. So yeah, he just sets up another Wish, and I'm just gonna keep Iron Heading him, just hoping for a flinch or something, a crit. didn't matter. I was just iron heading him for damage. So yeah, toxic damage, all that stuff. I wasn't really fearing his Umbreon too much since it was already toxic. But now he shows me that he has the heal bell. I was like, oh crap, you have the heal bell. What am I gonna do? I can't poison you. I guess I just have to hope for a crit with an Iron Head or a flinch or something. But unfortunately I don't get it, and he gets his wish off. And he's back to about 3/4 of his HP. After leftover is more like almost full. So yeah, since I know I can't touch this thing at all, I'm just gonna switch on to my Trash Man. Just trying to wake up, I guess. I don't know why I sent him in. It was pretty stupid. I don't know. It was basically, he could have just set up on me. Since I am sleeping, I guess I just wanted to go for the explosion or something. But yeah, whatever. Don't mind that. It was a stupid play. He switches out to his Nidoking, and he passes the wish on to Nidoking. So now Nidoking is about full health, and he goes for the Ice Beam, knowing that I am floating on an air balloon and I won't be affected by ground moves. So he pops my air balloon. I'm still asleep. I was just wanting to explode right here, but unfortunately he hits me with another Ice Beam. Doesn't quite take me out, but I'm still asleep and I don't wake up, so I can't go for the explosion. I switch out into my Sharpedo, knowing that I can take an Ice Beam since it is resistant. But either way, it still does a lot of damage. It almost takes me to half health. So fearing the water move, the Aqua Jet or something, he switches out into his Nara. As I just go for the safe protect, just not trying to over predict or anything. Just trying to get a guaranteed speed boost. So yeah, I got my speed boost, and I just hit Nara with a Hydro Pump. Since it's neutral, it's gonna take quite a bit of damage since I do get a crit. And Life Orb. So he just sets up a curse right here. So I'm just gonna wanna just not over predict or anything, just try to kill him off. And I do go for an Ice Beam. I went for the Hydro Pump. Because last time I went for the Ice Beam and I didn't kill an Umbreon that was about this health. But so yeah, I went for the Hydro Pump and I missed. I was like, oh, whatever. Then he takes me out with a payback. I was like, crap, what am I gonna do? He has Wish, he has Heal Bell. What am I gonna do? So I switched into my main Electric, and just to hit him with an Electro Ball, since he is at -1 speed because of the curse, and I do luckily take him out. And I'm looking pretty good right here since I took out his special defensive wall. So he switches into his Emboar. I didn't really know what that thing wanted to do, so I just went for an Electro Ball since that's the only move I have that can actually touch this thing. And it does about a third, a little less, a little more. As he goes for the Flame Charge, I was like, crap. It did a lot of damage. So I didn't want to stay in. I could have gone for the Thunder Wave, but then I would have just have to hope for the Power Hacks, which I knew, knowing my luck, I was not going to get. So I just switched to my Flygon since I knew he's going to want it to go for another Flame Charge, trying to get as many speed boosts as possible. Unfortunately for him, I'm still going to be faster, and I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. I'm not trying to over predict or anything. And of course he switches into his Rocky, which is his Emolga. I thought the switch would be too obvious, and I didn't think he would go for that switch, but guess he did. Predicted me, didn't really matter. Well, so I switched out into my Nightmare, my Dusclops, and he hits me with an Aerial Ace, and since I am bulky as fuck, I'm gonna take that hella good. So of course he's fearing the Will-O-Wisp, and I'm gonna predict him to fear the Will-O-Wisp and switch out into his Emboar or something that can take the Will-O-Wisp. And I just went straight for the Seismic Toss as he goes for the Earthquake. That Earthquake did nothing since I am a physical wall and it's non-stabbed, etc. But I go for another seismic toss, and it leaves him with like 3 HP. And then he goes for the flare blitz, and the recoil takes him out. I should have known this was gonna happen, but me being stupid, I did not go for the rest, and I went for another seismic toss. But yeah, so he switches into his Scarf Nidoking again, and I switched out to my Garbodor as Death Fodder, which in hindsight was pretty stupid because now I don't have a Sleep Fodder, and his Lilligant is still alive, so he can put anything else to sleep on my team, which is, as you can see later, is going to be a little vital. So I switched into my Gonhome, my Flygon, and knowing I predicted him not to switch to Emolga again because he might have predicted me to go for like U-turn or something, because he already switched into Emolga when I Earthquake the first time. So he overpredicts and stays in with Nidoking, and I take it out, which was a real threat, especially Scarfed. Oh my goodness. So he switches back to his Emolga, and I switch to my Lairon to take any hit it has to throw at me, and he goes for the U-turn. Just trying to see what he can go into to counter this Lairon. So he switches into his Lilligant. I know the Sleep Powder's coming, and since Dusclops is at relatively low health, this would be the best Sleep Powder. And since I do have Sleep Talk on this set, it's a rest Sleep Talker, it would probably benefit the most out of all my Pokemon that I have. So I'm just gonna switch out, just not wanting to I don't want to let him set up some quiver dances or nothing. So since, like I said before, I know Scarf Flygon is faster than the +1 Lilligant, so I'm just gonna go for the Outrage just in case. Just in case he doesn't switch out like last time and goes to his Slowbro. And since Outrage is stabbed and all that, it will do more than Fire Punch. So yeah, he takes the Outrage with like, he lives with like 20 HP and takes me out with an Energy Ball. Right here I was just like, crap, what am I gonna do about this? So I just switched into my Lairon. Thank God I didn't let this thing fall asleep. And he goes for the, he basically right here was just saying GG because he thought he had Hidden Power Fire, and then it turns out it was Hidden Power Ice. And but he got a crit, useless crit. And I was just thanking the Lord. I was like, yes, I still might win this. So I take him out with an Iron Head. That was also a crit, didn't matter at all. So he switches into his Dudemon, which is his Slowbro. And I just sent in my Dusclops as Death Fodder. And as he takes me out with a Surf, I was just like, alright, I can win this. I just have to play smart. He gets a useless crit once again. So, alright, so I switch into my Manectric, knowing that Slowbro are slow as fuck. I'm gonna go for the Electro Ball since his last two are Emolga and Slowbro. Both of them are will take some damage from Electro Ball. So that was the safest move to go for. So I do take this Slowbro out, and I get another useless crit. Doubt that mattered at all. It didn't matter. So he sends out his last poke, which is Emolga, and I just take it out with a Hidden Power Ice. So yeah, I didn't think this was gonna kill, honestly, but of course it's Emolga. It's frail as hell. So yeah, anyways, it was a 2-0. It was a great game, Sykes. Guys, check his channel out. His link will be in the description. And see you guys next time. Peace.